Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new reading vlog. As you guys saw the title for today's video, we have a reading new releases that I have been anticipating. That is a really long title. I don't think that's a title actually. For this video, I'm going to be reading books that were recently released, and these were actually two very anticipated book releases for this year, and I still haven't gotten to them. They were released like early in the summer. Actually, I was thinking about reading three, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to read all three of them. The first book that I'm gonna get to is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard nothing but great things about this book. Again, I love the characters that Taylor Jenkins Reid creates and the stories, and it just feels so real and you get immersed in her stories. So I expect nothing but the same for this book. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this book and the reviews going around, but a lot of people cry. I do tend to cry with Taylor's stories. It's just like the characters feel so real and you get so invested in them. So I'm expecting the same for this. And as you guys can see, I am not home. I am in Lake Tahoe. My birthday was this past Wednesday, August 13th, and I decided that I wanted to come out here and spend a few nights by the lake and have like a nice summer getaway vacation, mini vacation if you will. We live about 3 hours from Lake Tahoe, so it's a really nice getaway. And it's crazy because this is like the first time that I'm actually at the lake, like being by the beach. We got here yesterday and we did absolutely nothing. To be honest, it was amazing. So today is gonna be the same. I'm just gonna get lots of reading in. I'm planning hopefully to read most of this book, if not all of the book, because I have nothing to do. Okay, I'm just gonna relax by the beach, read, eat, and swim a little bit if the water is nice, because it is kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie. It's about, I think the highest is gonna go up is 75 today. Again, it should be, I mean, I love the weather, we'll see how the water is. We are all ready and packed up to head out to the beach. I'm gonna grab a few snacks and food and my coffee, because obviously can't have a morning without coffee. So let's head out and enjoy the day. Ready? Alright guys, we found this little corner out here, like right next to the water, and I am so excited because it's so peaceful and so nice. Obviously the beach is like that way, but you guys, we found our little corner here, and it is even better because our door is like right there. Those two windows and that door, that's our room, so we're pretty close, like no one can get in. You guys, I am going to be here living the dream for the next day. Oh my god, this is amazing, and it's so nice and warm. I also don't think I told you guys, but we are unplugging for today. I'm just recording a little bit for you guys, but no phones, nothing, nada. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a good vacation. sun is right here, huh?
That shack opens at 9.
At 9?
Yeah.
Oh. The sun is like right here on this window, so I'm gonna back up. See. Oh my gosh, someone went into the lake already.
Oh shit.
Someone just like, I think they just jumped in to do like the cold plunge situation. This water is freezing cold. You have no idea how it is so painful walking into the water, but once you're in there, like, you're able to swim. I was swimming away. I just got tired, but I did two swims. They were really nice. The first one was longer than the second one. It was colder, actually. We went in like at 12 the first time. Huh?
I went in 3 times.
You went in 3 times because you went in that time just to plunge, and then you came back. But you didn't stay in. But yeah, we went in like at 12, and it was pretty cold. I stayed there the longest, but then I thought by 2:33, that's the second time that we went in, I thought it was gonna be actually warmer because the sun had been out for a while, but it was actually colder. I found it colder than the first time. I don't know. Anyways, I just saw someone going in right now, and I think that's crazy, but yeah, we woke up to watch the sunrise. I almost didn't wake up, but you know, I jumped out of the bed and I was like, I need to watch this because I love a good sunrise and a good sunset. Those are 2 of my favorite things to watch in this whole entire life. So we did it, and I'm gonna miss the view. I'm gonna miss it. Like, just imagine waking up on a weekend with nothing to do, to this view, and like to swim and have this in your backyard. Like, it's insane. Love it here. But anyways, long story short, I am here to do a quick update on the book that I'm reading. I told you guys I'm reading, I was gonna say astronomer. That's not even a word, is it? Astronomer?
Yeah,
that's a word. Yeah. It's Atmosphere. I'm reading Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I am exactly at the 100-page mark. I thought I was gonna be able to read more of this yesterday, but like I said, I didn't even tell you guys. Oh my god, that kid is gonna fall off into those rocks. I hope they can't hear me. That kid is insane. He's on the rails. On the rail by the rocks, like going down. Okay, anyways, I can see a lot of people through this window, okay? So like I was saying, I read 100 pages of this, and I am enjoying it so far. I mean, Taylor Jenkins Reid does this a lot, as like, she brings you along the story and like what's going on in the present, and then she takes us back to a different timeline. In some of her books, we follow different timelines of different characters that, you know, we just like bring it back up to the present. In this case, we're just following a group of people, and these are like the astronauts that we see at the beginning, especially like our 2 main characters, because I'm pretty sure Vanessa is the love interest in this story. And we find out how she becomes we get the background of how she becomes a astronaut, and how she gets involved in NASA, and everyone else, how they come aboard as well, and what they do and all that stuff. So I am enjoying that because like it takes you back, so it builds characters. You get to know the characters. However, we already know what's happening at the beginning because like that's the first 2 chapters, 1 chapter, and then like you know what happened to them, and then you go back in time and then you get to know them, and it's like, what the actual heck, because you already know what happens to them in the present. And it's I mean, I did tear up already, and I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna make it without tears to the end. What? Oh my god, these people are crazy. They're what's it called? Jet skiing? No.
Yeah. Or
water skiing?
Water skiing.
Yeah, so it's water skiing at this time. That's amazing. I hope they have a wetsuit on. They probably do because it's really cold. But back to the book. Really enjoying it. However, it's very info dumping as to, it feels like a class. Like I'm learning about the stars, NASA, how the rocket works, how you're supposed you're supposed to put things away when you're inside the vessel, and what needs to be put away and what needs to be taken out. How difficult it is to put on a suit by yourself, because they're not designed to be put on by yourself. They're not designed to be taken off by yourself. Like, you're supposed to have your crew helping you out, but what happens when you don't have a crew anymore and you have to take off the suit and you have to put it back on by yourself? And it's a lot of knowledge dumping info. It's like if I'm in a class, I'm just learning about all this stuff, and it's like breaking my brain a little bit because I'm supposed to understand all of this information for the first time. Like, I'm hearing it for the first time, but her writing works. I love how she writes and everything, so I'm gonna continue reading this and I'll give you guys another update. I'm very impressed by all the research that Taylor Jenkins Reid did for this book. Like, I can't just imagine. I mean, she has shown all her, like, the booklet, the binder that she has on the research that she did, and she also did a note about she thanked someone that helped her out. But anyways, I'm going to continue reading this and I'll give you guys an update later on, hopefully before we head out. And yeah, enjoying the book. Also, I didn't tell you guys, but my hubby, have I told you guys his name? His name is Marcos.
I own a gym. I own a gym. I do online training.
Plug. He does online training if you guys are interested. I'm not gonna tell them that. Okay, so my husband's also reading in this trip. Like, he doesn't get a lot of downtime to read, but he has, I hauled this book in one of my book hauls because we went to the bookstore and he bought a few books that he wanted to read. So he ended up bringing with him Incidents, what is it called?
Incidents Around the House.
Incidents Around the House by Josh Mullerman, and I think this is the author of Bird Box.
It's right there on the cover.
Yeah, I see him. He's the author of Bird Box, which, I mean, the movie, big in the 2020s. Is that when it came out?
2020.
Back then, you know, back then in the day. I think the movie came out like in 2020, didn't it? It was like a few years ago.
It was like
Netflix.
one of the only things that came out.
Can you guys see me? I don't know if you guys can see me. So yeah, he's been reading this book and he's almost done with it. He has like 100 pages left. And he says, according to him, would you like to give a review? Or you want me to tell them? He says it's very creepy. Like, it's actually creepy because the only thing I know about this book is that the main narrator is a little girl. So that's already creepy enough for me. Like, I don't need to hear more. But of course, he told me more about this book because apparently the evil spirit, whatever, okay, the evil entity in this story is trying to possess the little girl. Like, it's looking for possession.
Trying to go inside of her heart.
It's trying in her heart.
Trying to go inside of her heart.
It's trying to go inside of her heart, and this thing is asking for permission of the girl because, just like a vampire, you need to be let in, like Edward and Bella. No, this is why I can't read horror books, because I don't let myself get scared, and I just make up like funny scenarios of the scary stuff. But yeah, it's creepy. I don't know.
Why don't you read the first
The
two
kid already
chapters?
fell.
It's like three pages.
Oh.
The first 3 chapters are like 3 pages. Why don't you read them?
I am not gonna do such thing. Maybe for Halloween or scary spooky time. I don't know if I would ever put myself through that, but he's almost done with it. I just wanted to give you guys an update because this is what he's reading, and I am so proud of him because he brought a book and he's actually reading. Like, not that he doesn't, he just doesn't have enough time to do this, okay? Like, I just wish we could have more time like this, but we just spend the whole entire day reading like this. So I need to take allergy medicine because my allergies are kind of like kicking in, but not too bad. So, okay, today was our last day here. I am going to show you guys around because obviously I want you guys to see the layout of this place. Technically, this place is for 6 people. Again, Lake Tahoe, beautiful place. I'm sure we're going to be back. What happened?
The sun.
The sunburn. Sunscreen. You guys wear sunscreen, okay? Like, if you're gonna spend the whole day out, wear sunscreen. I promise you guys will not regret it. So I want to do a little quick house tour again. This place fits 6 people, so hopefully next time either we're back with family or just by ourselves, whatever. We loved it here, so definitely coming back. So let me show you around real quick because we have to check out at before 11, so let me do this. This is the front door, so you get the front doors like to the parking lot obviously, and there's a lot of parking space for people that just come for the day because you can be here for the day. So this is our parking lot. You need to pay for parking. So this is the hallway coming in, and to our right we have the shower, bathroom, everything. I mean, pretty nice. I think it's a good size. Obviously we used it already, so it's kind of like messy, but I think it's a pretty nice size bathroom for, you know, the needs, whatever we need. And then right across from that we have the bedroom, which has 2 queen beds. There's no TV, by the way. This place has no TV. So we walk out, and then to the right we have the kitchen, which is a really nice size kitchen. I knew we were gonna have a stove, but I also knew I didn't want to use the stove. Like, I didn't want to cook, so we brought food that we could just have in the fridge, cold food if you will. Really nice sized kitchen and storage. And then we have the dining room, which was very heavily used. Love that we have this. There's a lot of space for air mattresses if there's more people. This technically, I mean, you can sleep in it. It's a bed. It's, again, no TV, but I mean, who wants TV when you have this view right here, you guys? Like, I cannot express how much I'm gonna miss this view. Every time we get a view, like, of course you miss it. So there's a lot of grills outside, a lot of sitting areas. I was just sitting right here this morning, and you get the outside. If you look that way, you get the beach. I mean, there's a lot of people, neighbors. So yesterday, we were like right there in that corner, and I pretty much swam this whole entire thing. Like, I had all this to swim all to myself. Like, I was a fish in water, okay? A little mermaid. I was swimming this whole entire thing over here. There was no one because obviously everyone was like out there pretty much, so I got all this to myself. A lot of people were using their paddle boards, so next time I'm gonna bring mine. But this is the view. The deck is right there. So yeah, that is a little house tour, cabin tour, if you will. Love this little place, so hope to be back one day. Loving it. The water looks amazing, but it's so cold, you guys. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. The water is super cold, but really nice. So that is all for our trip here. We're gonna head home now, and I will see you guys once I'm home, and we're gonna continue reading. So let's head out. Where's my book? Oh my god, my eyes. I just finished Atmosphere, and for a second For a second, I thought I was not gonna cry at the end, but that hurt. That hurt a little too much. And what that last page, it's just like I can't even say it, because if you guys haven't read it, I don't even want to say anything. But I also just want to talk about the ending, because what, oh my god, like I don't even know if Taylor Jenkins Reid wanted to write that last, like, what is it, like the last 20 lines or so. um like, I wonder if there was another ending, or I don't want to talk about the ending, but I want to talk about the ending, because that's what I mean when, like, the impact writing has, and storytelling is just amazing. I am making no sense, so I am going to gather my thoughts. I am going to the movies in a bit, so I have to get ready. But I'm gonna come back and give you guys like a small chat on the book, and then I'll show you guys the next book that I'm gonna start, because I'm looking forward to it, and it might make me cry more. Who knows? But yes. Okay guys, I'm sorry about the hair. I was air drying it because I showered, obviously. I went on a walk slash run this morning and had to shower, obviously. Just made myself some coffee. I am going to sit down and read. It is about 11:35, so I want to sit down for the next hour or so and get some reading done. I didn't tell you guys the book that I ended up picking up, and that is My Friends by Frederick Bachman. This is the hardcover, and it has his autograph. It says, "From my friend Frederick Bachman." My friends, obviously. To be honest, guys, I had no idea that he was going to release a book this year. I was actually sitting down at one of the tables at Barnes & Noble, and I went on Instagram, just, just wasting time, and someone posted that the book was out and they were getting it, and the way my jaw dropped, because one, I didn't know that he was coming out with a new book this year. Two, I didn't know it was already released. And three, I was already at the bookshop and I was on my way to go get it. So I was really happy when I saw that he had a new book. I love Frederick Bachman. He's one of my favorite writers. I love the way that he puts words together. I like the characters that he creates. They are just so human, and I just love that he can do that. It's one of my favorite things about it, because yes, there is plot into the stories and everything, but I'm here for the characters, to be honest, and this book is not different. One of my favorite things, I already started it. I am on chapter 38 and I am loving it. So one of the things that I realized that he does really well and I love is that he writes teenagers really well. Like children, teenagers, he knows how they think, and it comes across his writing. Like, it's just amazing. He writes people, the he knows how to write each character at the age that they're at. So for example, teenagers, they think like teenagers, they do what teenagers would do, and it feels so real. And then we have the adults, and then we have adults who think like adults, who do things like adults. But we all make mistakes, no matter the age, no matter where we are. We all go through hardship. We all go through, I don't know, like so many things in life. We are following a character named Luisa, and she's about to be 18 years old, and she already lost a dear friend. So she's dealing with like grief and not having anyone in her life, basically, and how she's gonna be 18 soon and she still has nothing to her name, pretty much. Like, there's this part where she says that in the 17 years that she's been alive, all of her things fit in a backpack. And it's just like those type of things that just make you reflect and make you think. and he just writes so beautiful. And he writes a lot of the human experience, like a lot of very tragic stuff, very heavy stuff that happens to people, like anyone, you know, and just like their feelings, things that they're going through, their thoughts. Like it's just, he writes tragic, like he writes it well. And one of the things that he does is that he also has a lot of comedy within the same tragedy, like heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts going into the page, and then it's like and then there's a line, something happens that makes it funny. Like he adds a little bit of comedy at the same time, just because it is so heavy. He knows how to balance that heaviness with a little bit of lightness at the same time, and I really appreciate that about him and his writing. I have highlighted so many quotes already, so many things that they say, and I'm just loving it. So I'm gonna sit down for the next hour or so and read a little bit more of this. I also have some eye patches that I want to try out. I was gonna come do this with the eye patches on, but I was like, you know what, let me not scare them. So let's try these. I've tried some before. Oh, that feels so nice. That actually feels so nice. Now I know why everyone does it, because it's actually pretty nice. Are they even? I'm not sure. I'm glad I didn't start the clip looking like this, because that would have been crazy for you guys. It would have been crazy for me editing as well. I would be like, what? We are ready to go. They're both yellow, I just realized. I am ready, so let's go read. I'm gonna go read on the couch. I'm not gonna stay here. I'll be back with an update, don't worry. I have a quick update. I am on page 98. It's going great. It reads nicely, and like once I'm in it, I don't want to leave the characters. I don't want to leave the story. But right now, I mean, I'm gonna film a few stuff. So I just did my makeup, and I'm gonna stop right here, because if we're getting to the part that I think we're getting, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry the makeup off. I would rather do the stuff that I have to do first, go get groceries, and then come back, like finish everything that I have to finish, so I can come back and sit down and read more of the book before I yeah, because I obviously don't want to get emotional right now. I already cried. Listen, I knew I was gonna cry. I love his writing. I knew it was gonna happen. So I am going to stop right here, get everything done, and I'll see you guys hopefully later on with another update, because I would love to read most of this book today, because it's so good. It's so good. If you guys haven't picked it up, do it. Like, I'm telling you guys to pick it up at 98 pages. We'll see how it ends.